Hello, how is everyone? Hope you're all well. Well, what a surprise. I've only gone and bought another tent, haven't I? But this is a tent that I've wanted for quite a while. So it's a controversial tent, or it was when it came out. I think people are softening a little bit now to it. But here it is. I got it in the car key. I had attempted to buy this tent once before, several months ago, when I thought I'd got it at a bargain price off AliExpress for £40 and it never ever turned up. And it was a month tracking the delivery. And then when it went out for delivery, it was somewhere down south it was getting delivered to, not even in this area. So with a little to and fro with AliExpress, I managed to get my money back for that one. So this is it in its stuff sack, but I'm not going to say what it is yet. You probably already guessed anyway. So this is it in its stuff sack, but it actually comes, it's a bit slippy, it's still nylon, it's a trek and pole tent, and it comes in two separate bags. One's the inner, one's the outer. But you can pitch it all in one with the trek and poles, and then you can take it down in one and store it in that larger bag, I believe. If not, it'd just go in a stuff sack. But it's handy to have them bags anyway, in case you're out to get soaking wet and you want to store the inner separately. I'm doing outer and I'm doing inner, but I haven't got a clue which is which, because all the writing, there's no English writing at all on them. It just says, there you go, ASTA GEAR. Yeah, so it's the ASTA GEAR Yun Chuan 2 trekking pole tent. Now, I got this at a really good price. What happened was it was £142 or something like that, but then it had been reduced to 135. This is off the ASTA GEAR official site on AliExpress as well. Yeah, so it went to £135. And then for some reason they were running an offer, not ASTA GEAR, but AliExpress, where you got an extra £15 off. It was like I think it was like called Summer Fun UK 15. So that was the code SF UK 15. So I put that in, wasn't expecting much to happen. Lo and behold, it took another £15 off it, so it took it to 120. And this is for the 4-season inner, by the way. So it took it to £120. Then when I went to pay, I paid by PayPal. PayPal came up and said, "Oh, if you want, you can pay for it with PayPal credit," which I didn't have. He said, "But if you want to pay for it by PayPal credit, if you use PayPal credit, we'll give you £20 off your first order by using the PayPal credit." So I went, yeah. So I applied for it anyway. I think you get a limit of like £1.5 grand, which can be dangerous. But I was only using it, so I paid for this, and yeah, true to the word PayPal, took a further, well, put £20 towards it, took £20 off, whichever way you look at it. So the whole tent came in at £100 delivered. 4-seat, Yun Chuan 2, Yun Chuan 2, took the whole tent for £100, so a bargain. So all I did, PayPal did that. Obviously, I'm not going to keep it on take, £100. You could do, obviously, pay it whenever. It's interest free anyway. I think if you paid it over 4 instalments, 25 quid a month or whatever. But I just paid the £100 off anyway. So yeah, so I'll get this set up. I've never set it up before. I've bought a ground sheet as well. The ground sheet came the day before. It's not the one for the actual tent. Sorry if you're bumping up and down there. It's not the one for the actual tent, but this is a top lander. And this one, I got the info off Camping Guru. He's got this tent, and I was watching his mods videos as well as Al's Grey Hikes. And this one apparently reaches into the vestibules. So we'll see what it's like. And it was only £11. £11 off Amazon. So we'll have a look at it. Right, I won't bore you with me trying to fight it. I'll just bring you back periodically and show you what I've been up to. I'm not going to time lapse it or anything, because it's 10:30 in the morning. It's already 22 degrees. It's Thursday, the I don't know what it is, for Thursday the 16th, something like that, of June, July? Are we in July? I think it's July, yeah. Thursday the 16th of July. Right, so I'll switch it off for now and I'll bring you back. Probably screaming, sweating like a pig, and cursing Al, Grey's Ikes, and cursing Camping Guru for not going into detail enough when we were setting it up. Yeah, I've watched a million videos, it's not going to help me, is it? Right, I'm pretty much certain I'm pegging it right, but I'm not getting the footprint right. This is supposed to be pegged into this rectangle here, and then your trekking poles go under and lift it. So you just put the 4 pegs in, lift it, peg out the other bits. But I think what I'm going to have to do is just get the trekking poles underneath it, give it a lift, and see where we're at. And I thought I was going to have this problem with the footprint, put the footprint down first, because you need to get that as a rectangle. So I'll faff about with it anyway, and I'll bring you back. I won't lie, I'm in a lather. That took some fiddling. Now I know how it goes and how to put it up. I'll be a lot quicker next time. So I've set the trekking poles at 125. Basically what I did, I'd pegged out that corner and that peg there, because I'd seen this rectangle thing, but I couldn't get it to sit right. So in the end what I did, I pegged out that corner and that peg, same at the other side, then lifted the poles, and that worked. And then I've just pegged out them. So I've set the poles at 130, because according to Grey Ikes, Al, that's the magic number. So I like that this has got 2-way zips on this as well. Yeah, it's nice that. It is high here, but my garden's not level, and it doesn't matter anyway. That's different there. That's got that on. I wonder what that's for, if anyone knows. I don't think it's for pegging it down. I mean, you could peg that, but you've got that there. I don't think there's anything that side to clip it. But yeah, there we go. So it's out and up, because I wanted to show you it, and also there's the vents there. I wanted to make the most of the good weather. Betty's gone mad. Most of the good weather, because it needs seam sealing. So once I get it all sorted, because we've got a full day good weather, I'll get it seam sealed. And that's the stuff you want. The stuff in go outdoors is no good. You need the sill, unless they've started getting that, but they didn't. They did have a seam sealer in, but that's for canvas and for polyurethane, not for sill nylon. You need that one for sill nylon. So what I'll do, I'll water it down with a bit of white spirit, and I'll use one of my fitching brushes, decorator. You've seen before, I used it before, but I've got a few spare ones. I'm not overly concerned about it has to look perfect and neat. I'm not bothered. As long as it goes on and it keeps it waterproof, that's the main thing. Right, so there we go. That's it. 20 minutes and it's all seam sealed. I'll just pop this in wherever, but yeah, you know me, just tear up anywhere. But I've seam sealed everything. All the vents, even that bit there. On the ridge line, I've still got plenty of sealer left over, so I might go over the ridge line again. Is it the neatest? No, it isn't. Does it cover all the stitching? Yes, it does. And that's all that counts, really. So that'll do me. I'll put you up and I'll show you what I've used. Well, I think I've already showed you, but you'll see in a moment anyway. It's still drying out, look. So what I've got is that seam sealer. I've made up too much, to be honest. I've already done the temp ones with some white spirit in. You can make this quite runny This is probably just, for me, just right. And I've done plenty of tents with it, this, so it does work. But doing it like this, and this is what we call a fitch brush. Buy these at Screwfix, a pack of them. They go from that down to tiny little size, brush size wise anyway, you know, that bit there. But this is probably the larger one of them. I'd used all my little ones, but they're only about £2 a pack anyway. But it's definitely a lot easier using this. See, I'll just apply it on there like that. I don't actually really need to do this, but when it's runnier like this, it sinks into the stitching a lot better. But obviously, there we go. You can go out the lines. It's a bit like your crayon book. It doesn't matter. It's not easy. It's like trying to paint jelly, isn't it? Keeps moving and shifting all over. But this top now, that's had 3/4 on that ridge line. So that's it. I'll save that bit for my other little tent. I'll just turn you around, excuse the fingers. Yeah, I'll save that for the other tent, which doesn't need seam sealing, but there's little bits of it that do. So, right, this will just be randomly in there. Oh, why I'm on about the seam sealing. People say, oh, it's ridiculous, you pay X amount of money for these tents, and then some are expensive tents. You know, they should seam seal them at the factory. It's that. Honestly, it's ridiculous. They can't seam seal them. You can tape seam in a factory. The same as some of the Lanshans are tape seamed on the inside. It's because they're not double silicon coated. They're only silicon coated on one side. Now the Lanshan Pros and things like that, where it's double siliconed, and like this thing, you've got to seam seal it. Now logistically, for any company, you physically have to put the tent up to seam seal it. So they've got to put the tent up to seam seal it, and you're not seam sealing one. You're a factory. You'd have to have a huge area to be putting all your tents up. Then you're going to have to employ people to go around and seam seal all the tents. And obviously that cost is going to get passed on to the consumer. You know, you can get them. Your companies will seam seal a tent. Some of them offer a seam sealing service, but you pay for that. So if you don't pay for that, you seam seal it yourself. Can you imagine employing someone to go around with a little brush like that, doing 100, 200 of these tents every day, seam sealing, and the space that they would take up, and then you've got to wait for it all to dry, then take them all back down again, repack them and everything, and then again take them all off the things, put all up to another 200 tents up, start seam sealing that. It isn't worth it. It really isn't. It costs the consumer too much. It's easier for you just to seam seal your own tent. So that's why silicon tents, you seam seal them yourself. So stop going on about why can't it be done in the factory? Because it just doesn't. Get your head around it. Right, that's my waffle off. Back to whichever bit I've put you into and me going on again. Love yous. So, shall we have a look inside? I'll get that other vent opened. So we've got the vent there, we've got guy out points here. I will be doing mods to this that I've seen. I'll attach that ground sheet so it's on permanently. Let's get that open. Little vent there. There's only a tiny little bit there, like. So guy out points here, guy out points there. If you've seen videos on this, I'm sure you'd have. Beware that they don't supply the guy lines for these here, but I'm going to stick some. You can see what a difference that'll make to that ridge if you get a guy line that side and the guy line on the other. But for my first go, and now I've sussed it, I'm happy with the outer anyway. And as for the controversy about this, saying they'd knocked off Durstons and that, the X-Mid, yeah, that did get popular and this did turn up. But to be fair, this design's been around for a while. This wasn't Durston's design to start with. He'd improved on it. I think the first one that came out was Tarp Tents, American company, but they had this sort of design, offset design, manufactured in China. I think they stopped making it for whatever reason. And then there was Sierra Designs with their high, something it was called, and that was basically this. It was basically the X-Mid, and that was out, whatever, 4 or 5 years, maybe longer than Dan Durston. And Dan Durston copied, he did copy that design, or he improved on it, but it's exactly the same design running through. Would I love an X-Mid? Yes, I would. Would I get one? Yes, I would. If it wasn't for the import taxes to the UK. If you live in America, it is a brilliantly priced piece of kit. It's fantastic. I think if you buy it and you live in the States, maybe it's $200 and something for the Sil Nylon one, I think. Now, for in the UK, with the taxes and everything, you can bang that up to 400 and odd pound. Off the top of my head, I think last time I looked, it was somewhere around that. You can buy it in the UK for £500, but I've bought that for £100. Is it the same quality? No, it isn't. But it's neither is it the price, unless I lived in America, which you don't. So yeah, there is a way with Durstons that you can import. You can buy the fly separate and buy the inner separate. I did try it that way, but for months and months and months, every time I went on, they were sold out. They didn't have so everybody must be doing it. And you know, how long do you wait when you want the tent? So there we go. And then I don't know how much cheaper it is. I'm going on. Right, I'm going to open this up and have a look at how we put this inner in. Because I've seen a few people do it wrong and a few people do it right. So hopefully I'm going to try and do it right. Right, so it is with one door open. But like there's 3 toggle points here. And they just feed through and then you cinch them down. If you can see, it's one of them press toggles that you just press it and tighten it up. And there's the footprint inside. Now I have put my trekking poles the way that it says to put them for this, which is with your pointy side up, facing into that hole there. But I probably will, now I know how to set it, I probably would switch them round. But I mean, that's how they're supposed to go. So that's how they are. So that's one door open. As you can see, what a good fit that ground sheet is there. Like, there goes Ollie's heading off inside. So I'll get this other side open. I should have sealed it before. I'm dripping that much sweat on it. Yeah, it's a little bit overcast. Just come over, which I'm grateful for. Right, I'll open the other door and we'll have a fight with this 4 season. Right, so he's the inner. When I got this, obviously I wanted to check everything was there. So I put that up to Google thing, and I didn't realise, because it's all in Chinese, there's no English. I was thinking, I hope they've sent me, I'm still hoping that they've sent me the 4 season and not the 3 season inner. But according to Google Translate, that says 4 season inner. These are the little pegs you get with it, and they are little. I will swap these out, but for now, tiny little, I don't know, 4 inch ground. No, 10 inch, Mick, 10 inch, we keep telling you. Yeah, probably 4 inch little V pegs. They're alright, but obviously like a longer one. Here we are. Ooh, right, let's have a look. Apparently this inner, I've not seen anybody clipping it up, and I didn't actually notice any clips in there, so I think you just hang it. From what I've seen, I think we just hang it from the ceiling, and it's just a matter of making sure you've pegged it on the right pegs on the outside. I think I'm just looking for there it is. So there's a clip there that just clips into the female, male to female, that's under that tent on the thing. So I'll clip that in, I'll get this in, and then we'll have a, sorry about the thumb, have another look. Hey, so there's the inner in. I was expecting, I don't know why, but I was expecting some loops on the inside, and there isn't any. Now if that had loops on the inside that you could attach at least one of those toggles to, you'd be alright. But as you can see, it's only a clip up there. In fact, I'll drop it down. You won't be able to see. Can you see it there? So that just clicks into there, and then your corners, I think I've got this right. Yeah. You just peg your corners out onto those pegs. So one on that corner and the other one, so I'm just moved a bit fast there, to that middle, well I'm calling it a middle peg there, and that gives you your offset centre. Now, I know people have done various mods to get rid of this sagginess. I can already see on the other side, this corner needs to be pegged out more over to here a little bit, because I've got that inner, just, I mean, it's alright once that's door shut and everything. And it was just the same on the other side. So for taking your inner down, if it's pouring down, you want to keep it separate. There's nothing to it. Two clicks inside and that's it, dropped. And then just unhook it off the pegs. But as I said, I will be doing some mods that I've seen Camping Guru and Al Grey Hikes do. I mean, Al's put stitches in this to tighten it up, but he did say you could use just some bulldog clips, which I've bought some little bulldog clips just to tighten it. But we're clear of that's at 130 by the way on the trekking poles, and we're clearing, it's not touching. And if you have guy lines on that, that will pull that even further away. So I will do that. But even to set up like that, now I know how it goes. Whew, it won't take me long at all to put it up next time. I'll get some clips and everything, and I'll leave the inner attached to the outer, and I'll clip that footprint as well to the sorry, just turn it like that. I'll clip that footprint as well to the outer, so I know that it'll go up in the right position next time. So right, I'm going to get on and get it seam sealed while the sun's shining. I'm in a lather. Yeah, so there we go. So before I ordered this, I'd seen another tent on eBay that I'd wanted ages ago, and I put in a daft bid for it, another trekking pole tent. It is used, but it's only been used a couple of times in his garden. It comes with several inners. It comes with 2 inners. It's going to come with a 4-season and a 3-season inner. It's a 2-person tent, it's another trekking pole tent, and it comes with the ground sheet as well, a footprint. These tents, you don't have to buy that separate. So I put in a daft bid, not expecting to win it, and to be honest, I'd forgotten all about it. And then I bought this for £100, and then I got a message dinged the other day. You were currently the highest bidder. I was like, highest bidder for what? I looked and there it was. I thought, all right, nice one. Anyway, so I've got it at a good price anyway. So that'll be the next tent video. That's arriving today. Unfortunately, it's not in the khaki colour, which I do like. It's in the green, which, not a big thing. For the price I paid and with the 2 inners and everything, I'm more than happy with that anyway. Right, I'm going to crack on and get this seam sealed. I've got a towel here I keep rubbing off. I'm absolutely sweltering. Right, I'm trying to keep myself busy. Unfortunately, you have to bear with me, you might get a bit upset. Unfortunately, my big sister, who's a couple of years older than me, I think I mentioned before that she was also suffering from cancer. Unfortunately, she passed away last Friday, July the 11th, on the Friday morning. So I'm absolutely heartbroken, obviously. Still can't come to terms with it. So, yeah, I'm just numb with it all, to be honest. I'm just trying to keep myself busy doing things. So, yeah, right. That's it anyway. So if you've enjoyed this, if you found it helpful at all, please give us a thumbs up. And if you don't subscribe, get yourself subscribed. It costs nothing. It's free charge. You get to listen to me waffling on. I'm using a new editing suite and I'm still trying to get used to it because apparently CapCut has gone berserk on creators, and you upload anything and they've got the rights to do whatever they like with it, no comebacks. And even loads of controversy over it at the moment, so I've changed to InShot. So if anybody uses InShot, let me know what you think of it. It's a lot cheaper than CapCut. I think it was 14 quid for the year. So I've signed up for that, so just bear with us with the editing because I'm still trying to work around it. It's a mobile app as well. So, right, anyway guys, yeah, so get yourself subscribed if you want to find out what the next tent is, but I'm sure you'll have already guessed anyway. And I'm going to have to start getting rid of some of my tents, so there might be a few giveaways. Maybe it's a Helm 2 compact to give away. It's only been used twice. Don't know about the Van Gogh. Maybe a couple of Van Goghs. Might be. Anyway, there's going to be something in the offing anyway. So I'm only 20 away from 2,000 subscribers now. So in fact, I think I'm only 11 away from 2,000 subscribers now. So even more reason to get yourself subscribed. Right, that's it, guys. From my back garden in Teesside. That's me reporting. Over and out. Love you loads of millions. Bye for now. Mwah.